Hello, students of 5th grade. How are you all? I hope you are going through all the videos and enjoying doing your assignment and having fun. Well, today we'll be starting a new chapter in our book, that is chapter 4, the major landforms. But before moving ahead, let's first solve the exercise given under Get Set on the first page of the chapter. See, so many states are named here. You have to tell me which physical feature does they fall under. I'll give you some time and then we'll match our answers. Quickly start solving. So now, let's quickly see what you have written. Are they matching mine or no? Bihar comes under plain. Maharashtra is a plateau. Rajasthan is a desert. Jammu and Kashmir, mountain. Lakshadweep is an island. And Uttar Pradesh is a plain. So what are all these things? These all things are called the landforms. So dear students, today we'll be learning about the major landforms. Now tell me, when you see this earth, what do you see? We see land and water. Do you know that around 29% of Earth's surface is covered by land and the rest 71% is water? If we take a closer look of the surface of the Earth, we'll see that it is so different. Some parts of the Earth's surface are flat and leveled, while others are raised. So what are all these things? These are the natural features, and these natural features of the Earth's surface are called landforms. So the major landforms of our Earth are mountains, plateaus, plains, deserts and rivers. In today's video, we'll be discussing in detail about mountains and its importance. So today we are going to explore something big and old and beautiful. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about a mountain. We love climbing mountains, hiking through the mountains, and even just looking at them. What is a mountain? It is a landform which rises more than 900 meters above the sea level. Mountains cover about 20% of the total land and area of Earth. Now, an interesting question is, how do mountains form? First, let's start with what are mountains made of? Mountains are made of the same stuff that we all are standing on right now, the hardy rock layer of the Earth's surface called crust. The dirt, the rock and all of the land on the planet are parts of the crust, and it covers the whole Earth, even the land that's underwater. Now this crust of Earth is not in one piece. It is all broken up into pieces called plates. These plates are huge and heavy, but they don't just sit there. In fact, they are always moving, but they are moving very slowly, just a tiny bit at a time. But over a long period of time, all of that moving around can add up to some big changes. Sometimes two of the plates in the earth crust will move toward each other, and when they do, they start to press against each other. Now they have nowhere to go, so they'll push and push against each other until they start to crumble. Then the rocks that make up the plates are pushed up and over each other. The more they push together, the more the land rises. And after a while, ta-da! You have a mountain. And all of this happens in a really very long time. I'm talking about millions and millions of years. And you know, it's even cooler that some of the mountains are still growing. Mount Everest, that is the highest mountain on earth, grows about 4 milliliter every year. Isn't it an interesting fact? The height and shape of the mountains varies. It depends on their age. The highest point of a mountain is called a peak or summit. Now, the mountains, if we take their example, we'll find that the Himalayan and the Alps mountain are the youngest mountains. And how do we come to know? Because of their peaks. They are very conical. Now tell me, where are the Himalayan mountains found? Yes, in India. And what about the Alps mountain? They are found in Europe. Next, if we see the Aravalli Hills of India and the Appalachians of North America, we'll find that they are very old mountains. Therefore, their peaks are rounded and low. Have we seen a single mountain everywhere? We always see mountains joined together. And when these mountains join together, they form a chain or a range. Mountains often have a series of parallel ranges which may extend from hundreds of kilometers. The two examples given in our book are of the Andes in South America and the Rockies in North America. But in our grade 4, we studied 3 examples of mountain ranges that are found in the Himalayan region. I want you to write the answer in the comment box. It's a task for you, okay? Now, do these mountains have any importance? Well, mountains play a significant role in providing water and food supply to the millions of people in the world. About 13% of the world's population lives in mountain. Now, what are the importance of it? Though the mountain slopes are very steep, and as such, the soil is very thin. So we don't find many harvestation of crops over there. Also, the life of the people is little difficult because of the harsh climates, the shortage of flat land and difficulty in transportation. But despite of this, mountains are very useful to us. And how? Let us discuss. Mountains act as a barrier against cold and hot winds. If we take the examples of the Himalayan ranges, it is said if they were not there in India, most of the northern plain area would have become dry because of the cold wind. Also, many rivers originate from these mountain regions and provide water for irrigation. Don't we know that the major river system of India is dependent on this? Then, the slopes of mountains have rich pasture lands and valuable forests. These mountains are rich in minerals. So, we cannot avoid the importance of mountains. They are very important and significant for life on earth. So, this is all for today. In our next videos, we'll be discussing the other landforms one by one. Thank you.